11, 10, 11, 12. It's incredible. I wish I started playing chamber music at that age. And when did you start this piece? 2 weeks before the camp. And then how many? And how long have you been here at the camp rehearsing together? About a week. Wow. And who's your coach?
We had like different coaches.
Yeah, I mean, every one of your coaches, I think you guys should say a special thank you to. It's amazing. It's really, I mean, I can't imagine. Like, I can imagine if you've been rehearsing this for like 6 months. There's so many amazing things, and I wish that we could just sit here and talk about it for the whole hour. But one thing I want to talk to you guys about is, where do you guys rehearse? You guys rehearse in a small room, right?
Yes.
And so when you're rehearsing, what do you guys work on the most?
Like
Timing? Like ensemble playing together? What
not
else?
being like separated.
Okay. What else?
Just making sure we stay together.
Yeah, right? Again, and most of it was very well together, and it felt like you guys rehearsed a lot. But there's something that we don't have a chance to rehearse in small rooms. I saw some of the small rooms up there, but that's balance, right? And it's hard because in that small room, it's hard to adjust balance and stuff. But how do you think the balance was today? And I know you guys haven't had a lot of time to practice here, or maybe not at all. Is this the first time playing it? As this trio? Second time. But the last time was another masterclass, not a rehearsal, right? So what do you think the balance is like? Do you think that I can hear you, 3 of you, perfectly, like, equally? Again? Yeah, sometimes. But if there is a problem with balance, what do you think? Which instrument is too loud or which instrument is too soft? What do you think?
Maybe the piano's too loud.
Okay? But I don't think the piano is playing too loud. He's playing very sensitively. It's amazing, right? And someone your age to play that sensitively, you guys have to play 10 times louder. Right? Almost all. And I really appreciate you playing pianos and pianissimos, but you have to think of the group dynamic instead of your dynamic, right? Even the very opening. What's the very opening dynamic?
It's piano and then like there's Kristen.
Right. But the very first piano, right? Let's hear the first piano. Play by yourself. Okay, we don't need piano right now. Go ahead. It's fantastic, right? And I would say this piano. With him playing, I'm not going to be able to hear that, right? And that is the melody. I want to hear right away. And if you were playing solo Bach or something like that, that's a beautiful piano, right? But imagine you're in a big hall and you're playing, and you open this trio. Imagine, can you play with like a mezzo forte sound? Like, everything you're doing, I don't want you to change the sound, color, or anything, but just a little more volume, right? And can you just now join us and play like you did before, but really always with the cello in your right ear, okay? Okay, that's great. Do not go da 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 da. Sustain all the way through, okay? There's no little diminuendo. One more time. The opening sound is great. One more time. What you did was perfect. I don't at all, right? But the same quality, same everything, just louder. Okay? One time. Okay? Do you think that's too loud? You think that's too loud? Why don't you ask your audience? I don't even know your names. What's your name? Who thinks Ryan was too loud? Nobody thinks too loud, right? I can hear every note. And he's playing so sensitively, right? But that's the balance that I want. And that's what I'm talking about throughout, right? I want you to put everything a little more, and you play it as sensitively as you do, right? So it's beautiful. But it's hard to rehearse balance because you don't get to rehearse here because there's only one Zhang hall, right? You guys are every little room. But that's what you need to think about. When I get to the hall, what's my volume, right? Because you're not playing alone, right? You're playing together and you're up against this thing. What kind of beat that thing is, right? Think about that. And he is so sensitive. Can you play the opening again? And you play as if you're playing Chopin. Can you play piano, that volume? Okay, go ahead. No, you're playing solo now. Do it again, okay? You're not playing trio right now, you're playing solo, okay? 1, 2. that range, and in this kind of configuration, you have to play a little more all the time, okay? Regarding some bowings, how come you guys are doing opposite bowings? Do you guys realize you're doing opposite bowings? Yeah, but okay, they're all musicians here, but a lot of times, these will be all non-musicians. And they come to hear the concert, but they also come to watch the concert, right? It's like, wait, how come she's starting up when you're starting down low, right? So those kind of things you have to match, right? Because if you guys are in unison and you guys are doing opposite bowings, it seems like you guys are fighting and you guys don't like each other. You guys not like each other? You guys like each other, right? Or you don't like each other. Kidding, of course you like each other, right? You guys should like each other. It sounds amazing, right? I mean, if my group was this good, I would really like love playing together in rehearsing. How many times did you look at, what's your name? Audrey, Rachel, Audrey, Ryan, Albert, okay? How many times did you look at Albert in this performance? Very few times. You looked at Audrey a few times. How many times did you look at Albert? 2 times, but you remember, right? I want you to look at Albert 50 times. I want you to look at Albert and Audrey 50 times, right? Because, okay, I'm not saying, especially after a week, you probably don't have it memorized, but he almost has it memorized. You know that? All the big runs he's playing from memory. Do you know that? Isn't that amazing? How many hours did you spend on this piece? By yourself, just practicing by yourself. 1 hour. How many hours do you think he spent? If you practice that 1 hour, I promise you this recital would not happen, right? He practiced it 50 hours, right? So I don't think you're gonna practice 50 hours, but if you practice 10 hours and 10 hours and his 50 hours, then I think you can know your part so well that you can look and be much, much more. Every little corner I want you guys to be looking at each other, right? Does that make sense? Okay? I just want to play just opening. Okay? Do you guys know where I come in? Where the violin comes in?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go there, ready? And look up, Ryan. Look up. Albert! But you looked at me much more than you looked at Audrey. I only played 7 bars. You just played the whole piece and you looked at her 5 times. You looked at me 5 times, right? You know the part, right? You have it. I wish I could play cello, do the same thing, but I can't play cello. Right? You understand? Okay? So just where Audrey comes in, can you do the same thing? Look at each other, right? You guys are playing together. This is not individual parts. It's 3 parts, okay? For that. Albert, look up. I know you have it memorized, okay? It's impossible not to be more together, right? And for the audience, it looks so much better. It looks like you guys are playing as one person, and that's the goal, okay? So can you play, let's find one place that's forte. Can you just find a place that's forte? Audrey, and give your colleagues a bar number. Anyone? Big forte. Where's the climax?
66.
66. Okay, let's go 66, right? And you have to make as much sound as possible, okay? And Albert, you gotta play a little bit under, right? You can't play a full fortissimo, okay? Go ahead. 66. That's too much? What do you think they'll say? Not one person will be like, oh, they sound like they're playing as loud as they can, right? As a trio, you guys sound like you're a little more balanced. You understand? And I'm sure you can be like, wait, but there's pianos and there's fortes and our coaches said to play dynamics. Yes, but it's the group dynamic that I think that you need to think about more of, right? Not individual dynamics, right? I don't think that you're playing everything as loud as you can. I think that all your dynamics just have to be all elevated. that make sense? Why do you guys play chamber music? Well, okay, I'll ask this way. Why is chamber music important in the musical education, in your opinion?
So we know like how to play with each other.
Right? So I think what we learn playing chamber music, we can apply to every part of music, right? Playing an orchestra, playing solo, right? To listen, to watch, to play together. All these things are what we learn right here, right? I've never met a great chamber musician who's not a good orchestra player or a good soloist. I've met a lot of soloists who are not good chamber musicians, or good orchestra players, or a lot of orchestra players who are bad, right? So if you're good at chamber music, I think that you're good at every one of those things. And so many of the skills that we need for solo playing and orchestra are developed here, right? You guys sound amazing. Keep up the good work. Is there like a final concert or something? All right, I will be watching on Zoom. It sounds amazing, okay? And please, when I hear it, I don't want to hear just piano, right? Ryan, I want to hear you, Audrey, I want to hear you the whole time. If you have time, match bowings, okay? Please, you have time, right? Match bowings, because you guys are doing exact opposite sometimes. And it looks like you guys don't like each other, okay? Great, bravo, fantastic.